everybody, welcome to Man and His Purpose. On this channel we like to talk about finances, fitness, family, and focus. In today's video I'm going to be going over the layout of my current fitness plan to kind of help get you into the mindset, help give you a guide and some advice to help you on your fitness regimen. I'm going to be posting some photos right here kind of showing you my current physique. Currently I'm weighing in at 217.6 pounds. My end goal, I'm looking to get to about 197, 198, depending on how I'm looking. The goal is to maintain a certain look and obviously maintain maintain functionality and flexibility in that. But again, I want to keep some size. But again, it's kind of crafting my body to a certain type, and then from there we'll reset and then we'll recharge on to the next plan from there. But like I said, currently I'm weighing in at I weighed in this morning after my morning piss. I'm at 217.6 pounds. Like I said, my intended end goal right now, it's typically right now I'm thinking 197, 199. But again, it's more so the look that the look that I'm pushing for, as opposed to the number on the scale here. So my current diet, right now it's in January, so I'm not currently, and most of this plan I won't be tracking macros. I'm cognizant, I know typically of what I'm putting into my body, but a standard breakfast for me is about 6 whole eggs, and then usually some meat. Mainly a carnivore diet that I eat. I mean, I do eat some carbs, but most of the plan I'm a carnivore eater for the most part. So 6 whole eggs, and it was about a half pound of ground beef this morning. Sometimes it may be some turkey sausage. It all depends. Kind of varies on to the different breakfast meat. Some days, if it's like a leg day, and I need those, I'm trying to help aid in that new tissue recovery, I might have like some Kodiak cakes as a protein pancake, just to put a little bit more to replenish, put back into my body after the hard workout. Because on leg days I do like to push myself. I do heavy hack squats, front squats, and I really like to get after it on my leg days, and they do take a lot out of you. Usually after that, my second meal, I would usually do a protein shake. I love protein shakes. I know some people don't really like the taste, the texture, they feel bloated. There's a bunch of different protein shakes, different brands that I just typically use the GNC brand. I feel less bloated after it. There's a bunch of Optimum Nutrition's a good one also that I like. I don't get that bloated feeling, and I really do like the taste. I really do like the taste of them. And then even with the protein shakes, you can make ice cream. If you have a blender, get some ice. You can get some ice in there, and you can make. And I'll make a video for it, kind of showing a little protein sludge or ice cream that I like to make for as a nice little treat at night. That'll be my meal 2. Third meal typically be my biggest, or my second, or my biggest meal. It will be usually either a pound of meat. It can be ground turkey, ground chicken, ground beef, or chicken thighs. I do a lot of fat. I do fattier meat, so I can vary from 90. Like if I'm doing ground chicken or ground turkey or ground beef, I'll do anything from 85-15 to a 93-7 to stay in that range, because I do use that fat source as the energy. Obviously, there's not really pushing too many carbs in between. That's just for me. I feel a little bit more sluggish, a little bit more brain fog when my carbs are a little too high. So, but even on, like I said, on leg days, I will push the carbs up some more. I'll even have like a cup. I'll do a cup of rice, and I'll usually swallow that down in one meal with another, like I said, a pound of meat. And like I said, that can vary from source. Can vary from the meat source, from either beef, chicken, or turkey. But I stay pretty consistent. I do have fish in there. The only problem with fish, and most people I think will agree, the fish just isn't fulfilling. A little bit more expensive as well, and just to maintain, obviously everybody's different financial situations, so having the fish, may not be the best thing. And then you have to worry about a lot of the mercury, depending on where you're sourcing your meats from. Or sourcing your meats, first off, should be from the farm, if possible. But I understand not everybody can afford that, but you should be getting good quality meats. But fish, even, there's a lot of, depending on where you're sourcing them from, a lot of mercury in there, so you kind of want to be cognizant of that as well. But that'll be usually my big meal, usually a cup of rice. If not, it's just usually just raw. It's just not raw, but a pound of a pound of meat. Like I said, that source can vary. And then after that, I'll usually have I'll have another protein shake for the night and call it a day. And I'll have a snack, maybe a Quest bar, just to add some added protein in there, or I might do a rice case with some PB2 powder and just kind of add a little milk in the PB2 powder to it, whatever consistency that I like, put it on the rice cake. And then, like I said, I'll be showing you some videos along on this journey, and that's just typically the standard meal that I have. And on this current plan, there's going to be no drinking. I don't really plan on drinking for the rest of this year. Not saying that I don't have a problem with drinking, but I just usually, after you drink, the day after, you're going to be holding on to water for about a day or two. You feel sluggish, hitting the gym. You just kind of feel sluggish the next day. You got to really cut back and really take onus of your body, of what you're putting into your body here. You want to feel good when you wake up. You don't want to have those bad days that's slowing you down when you got some work to get done the next day, or if you have to go to work. Again, back onto my earlier videos, we want to compound good days here. Stack up the amount of good days, and if you're going to do things and activities that are going to hinder you from performing at your best level, and which is preventing you from being the best version of yourself, then why are you going to be doing those things? Obviously, everybody's a little bit different. I just know how I feel when I drink the next day, so I'm just eliminating it. Whether, even that's if I have a couple of trips lined up stateside, but if I leave the country, later this summer, I might have a drink or something on the resort, but the goal is to but even then, I'll still maintain fitness, maintain an active lifestyle. Again, the goal is to feel good and live good for the remainder of your life. I'm 35. I want to wake up feeling good. I want to look in the mirror naked while I'm having sex and look good. Call it what you want, but that's just me. That's how I'm trying to live. So setting a meal plan for yourself. And again, like I said, I'll be having some videos showing you currently what I'm eating. And again, obviously, eating primarily more meats isn't for everybody, and it's maybe a lot of people, it's not sustainable. But again, this is just to kind of give you a guide and to give you a plan, and just to kind of help, just more so of a guide to help you get yourself formulated to a plan that's going to be working for you. The goal with any plan, whether it be your workout regimen or your diet, is for it to be sustainable, and it has to be catered to your fitness goal. Most of you, I'm assuming, are not wanting to be bodybuilders. If you are, there's plenty of videos. You're here on YouTube. There's plenty of videos that can guide you into that. You don't need to be doing a cookie cutter bodybuilding workout regimen if your goal isn't to be a bodybuilder. Cater to whatever you have in mind for what the end physique for your body should be, and then have your workout regimen that's going to push you towards that. You don't need to be in the gym for 3 hours in a day. Sometimes, you get that lifting high, as I like to call it, where, you're cutting through PRs, you're cutting through the weight, and you're feeling good, and you can rip and run in there for a while, and you're feeling good. Those days you have the time, the availability, hey, go for it, push yourself. The goal of your plan should be able to push your body not only physically, but more so mentally. Because having this plan, it's going to bleed into every aspect of your life. Setting up the regimen, you have a plan, you're dedicated to that plan, you're executing on that plan, and you're staying consistent. That's just a cataclysmic of these events. It's just going to bleed into the different aspects of your life. You should use your workouts as a fuel source for the other adventures and ventures that are in your life that you're currently doing. This is just to kind of help you keep you on track on fulfilling your purpose. The gym is a perfect place for that, because again, anybody can go to the gym, but again, are you really pushing yourself? Are you really getting after it? Are you staying consistent with a diet? And more so, what you're doing outside of the gym is going to have is going to determine on what your end goals, your end physique is going to look like. More importantly, you can go in the gym, go in there, bust, and go get after it for an hour and a half. But if you come back eating Pop-Tarts, eating cereal, eating shit, you're going to look like shit at the end of the day. You have to have a plan that's going to be sustainable. You have to be consistent. So if you work out, you have to maintain healthy food choices into your diet so you can get to the end goal. You have to have a plan. And this is all I'm trying to get to with this video. Setting a plan, executing on that plan, and seeing it through. Again, you might not see the progress that you're seeing that you want to after week 1, week 2, week 3. You stay on the plan. Stay on the plan. After 4 weeks, kind of see where you're at on the scale, but also don't be a victim of this. Don't be a victim to the scale. See how you're looking, how you feeling. Are you feeling better? Obviously, there's going to be some soreness if you're a newbie, but how are you feeling when you wake up? Others are going to see the noticing in your changes. You're going to see the notice, some of your pants, that are a little bit tighter. Excuse me. They're going to start feeling a little bit better. Some of the clothes that's laying over your body. If you got man tits, which you shouldn't have, but you'll start seeing a decrease in that. Yeah, you'll see, other people will see those changes in you before you see in yourself. And even me, I'm a victim of that myself, where I think like, man, I'm not hitting these markers, it's not happening fast enough, but other people are noticing those changes in you. You just have to stay consistent, and over time, I'm telling you, over time you will be in a way better place. And again, you just keep executing on that, and then again, that gym, all right, I'm taking this consistency and my dedication to here, now I'm applying it to my business, I'm applying it to school, and whatever the case may be for you, apply those same principles that you're doing here, you do over there. And that way you can sit there and you stay as a refined oil machine that just keeps going and chucking along and getting onto and staying on to your purpose. And also in mind, having your plan, the goal isn't to be a stiff, rugged 300-pound jacked bodybuilder. Again, if that's what your goal is, great. Most people aren't. You want to maintain functionality within your physique, and you want it to maintain flexibility. More so people want to have an aesthetic look. I know that's my goal. And I know more people, you want to have an aesthetic physique. Most women don't like that big, big bodybuilders. There's a few that do, but again, your goal should be, don't get me wrong, what women look, how you look, it plays a part into it, but more importantly, it's how you feel about yourself and how you look and how you feel, how the clothes lay on top of you, your back posture's looking nice. You're starting to see that little raise on the front of your chest. You're starting to see, the sleeves on your shirt get a little more snug on your arms. These are all little positive signs that you're going to see that you may not see in the mirror, but you'll start feeling and you'll start noticing along the way on your plan. Now, again, you want to go out, myself, to kind of go over my workout plan. I usually do 3 days on, 2 days off. So day 1 will consist of chest and back. Day 2 will be arms, so that's biceps, triceps, and shoulders. And day 3 is legs, and then it's 2 days off. But even my off days will still consist of cardio and abs. So every other day I'll hit abs. So day 1 on my chest and back, I don't do any core work, but on arms in between sets, I'll do core work. Leg day I won't, and then I'll follow up with some light cardio because I'm usually legs are a little beat up after on day 4. So I'll do some light cardio for about an hour, and I may be just walking on the treadmill at maybe a 12 or 13 incline at maybe anywhere speed can vary from a 2.2 up to a 2.4 speed. And then again, just to kind of get some of the calories, keep myself active, and I'll do some core work. And then day 5 again, there'll be some more cardio, and then that cycle just continues again. And then I'll have a detailed work. I'll have a detailed in the description. I'll have a link to kind of giving you the exact specifics on what I'm doing for my workout split, the exercises that I'm doing and incorporating. Again, so what you want to do here, set a plan. Know what your end goal is. You have to start with the end in your mind in mind before you begin. What is your end goal? How much do you want to weigh? What do you want to look like? More importantly, you might hit your end goal. This is the physique that I wanted, but it may not be the weight. It may be 15 pounds. You may be 15 pounds, or the weight can vary. But what is the end goal? You may be surprised, this is what I wanted to look like, but that doesn't match up with the scale, because now you got that new muscle, that new tissue on your body, and obviously the tissue, that new muscle is going to weigh more heavier than that fat. So again, don't become victim of the scale. Obviously, you want to use that as a tracking measure, but also have those other tracking variables. How are you feeling when you wake up? How are you moving? Are you breathing better? Are you not snoring? How are your clothes fitting? All those other, intrinsic factors, they play a big part, to helping you, keeping yourself mentally engaged into your plan. Just going to the gym with I'm going to go do a little bit of this. a little bit of that, you're gonna get a little result here, a little result of that. Again, lock in. You know, when you're pushing through your sets, whether you're doing bench press, lock in there, like knowing, all right, this is what I want my chest to look like. Have the end goal in mind. Know what you're working towards. Mentally envision it, because it's going to help you push through those hard sets and push your body every time in there. So again, if you went in there, again, if you did if you did, say, some dumbbell bench press, and you did, 12 reps on, for your first set, 25, your second set, you did 30s for 12. Your third set, you did 40s for 12, and then on your fourth set, 45s, you might only got 5 or 6 reps. Next time when you follow up in that gym, when you're recovered and you refed yourself and you took that time to recover, on that fourth set, go after it again. Maybe, since 45, maybe you get 9 reps, maybe you get 10. Track that progress. I bring a notebook to the gym with me, and I track every movement. I track how many sets, how many reps. That way I keep myself engaged. So that way I'm not going to the gym and just doing the same weight repetitiously. I know, all right, I'm trying to push myself a little bit here. I got a little bit stronger here. And then sometimes when you work out, you may feel a little bit more flat that day, and you maybe not hit that best as you did last time. But do not let that deter you. It's just a tracking measure, just to help keep yourself engaged. And again, just keeping yourself more organized. And again, a skill set that you can apply into other ventures by keeping yourself organized. Organization and having a plan. Again, we're using the gym as a force to carry into other ventures in our life. This is just, don't become so wrapped up into the gym where this is everything. No, this is obviously, it's a key for functionality, for living a long and healthy life and a great lifestyle, but it's also using it for that mental aspect that you can carry on over. You want to give yourself the best opportunity and the best chance in winning in life, and the gym just kind of helps aid in that. It's not the only thing that matters, no. But again, it's going to be a key component for you living a long and sustainable life and keeping you energized and releasing those good endorphins into your body that you can carry over. And again, you want to, especially men, you want to build up that testosterone. So you go back, you take the old lady, you give her that good. The gym's going to help with you through that. And don't skip leg day, because again, you don't want to be giving the old lady just, some lightning strikes. You want to have those quads to give her that thunder when you're giving her that. So remember, don't skip leg day. It's great. It's going to aid in, burn a lot more calories, but it's also going to release a lot of good free testosterone into your body. And again, it just gives yourself a whole better just silhouette on a physique that you can, that you want to have for what your fitness goal is. Again, I'll have in the show notes here, I'll detail out, and I'll have a link to a spreadsheet as to what my workout regimen is. And again, it's not saying this is the plan that you need to be doing. No, just kind of giving you a guide what I'm doing for myself. But again, with your end goal, cater your workout, the diet that's going to be good for you, for whatever type of food that it's going to be sustainable for your regimen. Not saying that you have to eat grilled chicken and steamed broccoli for every meal. No. Some people can be mentally disciplined and maintain and sustain that for a long duration. Most people can't. Have a diet regimen that's going to cater to what your end goal is, but that's going to be sustainable to where you're not dreading that next meal. Again, obviously, there's going to be days when you're going to want that pizza, you're going to want that fried calamari and those French fries. There's other alternatives that you can do. You can, get some good source potatoes, chop them up, put some olive oil, put a little light seasoning, put them in the air fryer. Again, using these things is just these different things to help substitute to get you to your fitness goal. Not saying that you have to live, it's a straight line. No, there's some wiggle that you can have in there, but you have to be locked in onto a plan. You have to be locked in. There's going to be days that when you worked up and you're burning through calories and you may be losing weight at an increased rate, you might need to have a cheat meal. Not a cheat day, a cheat meal, but have that based around a workout so you can get that extra nutrition, applied to like a weak body part, whether it be calves, legs. It'll vary from person to person. So I just wanted this to kind of put this video out, kind of showing you, detailing what I'm doing, where I'm currently at. I want to take you along the journey. Maybe you can share some information. I'll have the Instagram if you want to share some pictures. If any advice that I can help give you any resources to any information. If you're looking more into the raw, good source meats, like good beef, you know, right from the farms, I'll be able to help give you if you're so concerned. You can leave a comment, questions, any concerns in the show notes or in the comment section. Please subscribe and share. And again, you know, let's grow. Let's hit our goals together. But be accountable for yourself. If you want to change your life, be accountable. Show up every day, and get the fuck after it, man. Really get up and get after it. And I'll see you on the other side. Peace.